Hey, greetings all. So, here's another disturbing story, and I wanted to wait before I actually spoke out about it, in order, to hear all of the details and everything, because sometimes when these stories, as you know, once they hit the media, it's being told one way, but we don't really know all of the details. So I did a little bit of digging, and I hope I can get this all out in one video. You know, this is so disturbing to me, and this is not going out to good black brothers. This has nothing to do with you guys, so please don't be offended by this. But this is strictly for black men who are putting their hands on black women and who are actually taking the lives of black women. You hear so many stories, never-ending stories about a black woman, a young black woman or what have you, who have lost their lives by the hand of either their partner or just some random or what have you. I don't know what's going on right now with a lot of black men that think, they can just harm black women, and even to the point, let's just say if a black woman is mouthing off or whatever the case may be, you guys are the stronger vessel, physically, just don't put your hands, if you aren't being attacked, if you're not in a situation where it's self-defense or what have you, don't put your hands on a woman, whether she's a black or whatever race. But this is so completely disturbing. The first time I heard about this, it was told by, media that this young woman, Carlishia Hood, got into this altercation with this guy here with the locks, who's no longer here. He lost his life behind his own, stupidity, so now there's a lot of information that's coming out about him as well. But the story was told that these two got into an altercation at this restaurant. She told her 14-year-old son to go get a gun, come back and shoot this guy. So all of that was was fabricated. That wasn't the case. This maniac got into it with this woman here, Carlishia Hood, because her food order was wrong and she had to do over her food order. He was pissed. He didn't want to wait. This guy, Jeremy Hood, let me get the names right. Jeremy Brown, 32 years old, lost his life. Carlishia Hood, 35-year-old single mom from, out of Chicago. He was so pissed off that, he couldn't wait, caused a big scene. From what I'm hearing, he was with a girlfriend or what have you, and Carlishia said a few words to him. The woman who actually recorded the video, she came and, she spoke out. Her interview is on YouTube, and you guys can check it out on YouTube. She said that Carlishia was completely calm. She wasn't aggressive, but for whatever reason, Jeremy was amped up. No matter what she said, he was looking for a fight because this is what was in his character. His family members are coming out now saying, oh, he was the knockout king. This family is celebrating him for putting his hands on women, and, they're saying that he was the knockout king. Anyways, he was really agitated, and I think her son came, and saw what was going on. She tells him to go back to the car. This really infuriated Jeremy, so he began to beat her. As you can, kind of see it over here to the right or what have you. Give me 1 second. he began to beat her, and the video is just horrific, you know. And this is what was in this guy's spirit. He was a complete monster, you know, abusive to women, you know, just a common thug, you know. And he's not the only one. This is a lot of young black men going around with this type of attitude, you know, harming, as I mentioned, you know, black women and everything, and thinking that it's okay. You know, so like I said, the woman that recorded the video, she came out and she spoke on Carlishia's behalf. And that's the reason why the charges were dropped, because she had proof of what actually happened. You know, nobody decided to help this woman. And I do understand today that you really just can't jump into every situation, because everybody is carrying a firearm. So, you know, the situation could be dangerous. But nobody helped this woman. I don't think no one even called the police or what have you until after, you know, the shooting. But this nutcase, he got so, you know, so pissed off, causing a scene, showing off, had no respect for this woman. You know, he felt like she was helpless, you know. So he says to her, you know, you say one more word or what have you, you know, and it's on, you know, and then says, you know, oh, on my grandma, say something else and I'm gonna knock you out or what have you. This is my thing. The Bible speaks about violence, and I just wanted to bring out a scripture. There's tons of scriptures about violence. Psalms 11:5, it says that the Lord tests the righteous, but his soul hates the wicked and the ones who loves violence. You know, God is not pleased with this behavior. You know, and 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 1 through 8. You guys can read that, but it speaks about we're in this time of, you know, folks that are proud, arrogant, abusive. You know, so people have just violence within them, and they're displaying that. You know, you can barely say anything to anyone without someone popping off, or, you know, carrying a gun, or just something pertaining to violence. And, you know, it's scary out here. So I would advise, especially to us as women and women of color, stay prayed up. And if you can carry a firearm, make sure you carry something that can protect you. Because these men out here, and as I mentioned, this is not pertaining to decent men. It's for common thugs like this that think, you know, that it's okay to put their hands on us. And, you know, this must stop. And then at the ending of the day, he said, on my grandma, say something else, and it's over with or what have you. And I just want to know, did he get his food? You know, and I'm not even trying to be funny, but did he get his food? Did he go to reunite with his grandmother? You know, he left this earth violently and had to stand before the Lord, because we all will be judged. You know, so there is no homegoing service for him. Look how he left this earth. You know, we got to be careful. We got to be careful and have compassion and love for one another. This is the commandment of the Lord, okay? God bless you all. Take care.